are dealing with a government that in its past tenure gave only four licenses to small-scale miners. Four.
So far?
Four. No, not in this administration.
Okay.
In NDC's previous administration. Four. On one hand, four. I mean, and I want us to take this in. It's important that we constantly remind ourselves of where we are, who we are, and who we are dealing with.
Okay.
As compared to an administration that gave as much as almost 2,000. So in terms of political will, this administration has proven itself and has demonstrated that we are committed to this fight.
Okay.
Not even in this time, from our previous times, right?
So the question,
if you are questioning, for me, the biggest issue would be, well, and if you permit me.
So there are instances where the questions have been raised about the number of licenses that have been issued, because that leads to gross abuse. Now, that becomes a campaign topic. The president then assumes the reign of being the executive leader of the country, where all powers, being the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, as well as other related powers as enshrined in the 1992 Constitution, he has. That also means that the expectation from NGOs, media, and everyone that is against the pollution that is ongoing, that he stamps his authority on the subject. And so if the physical, visible action is not coming from the president by way of stamping his authority, all criticism towards that is right, whether 100 licenses were given before or not.
No. No, you are completely, how do I say it?
Because, for example, there's a call for a state of emergency,
hold on. How do you deal with an issue? How are we here? Let's go there. How did we end up here having this conversation?
We're not saying we're lamenting,
No, it's not about lamentations. Okay. For me, the number one way to deal with this Galamsey issue would be the political will. That's number one, right? How else do you show political will? By how you, because things don't happen in a vacuum. Governance is about issuing licenses. That's how people end up on the ground doing Galamsey, right? So for me, if you have a government that has shown a real direct, political will to the issue by not even issuing licenses in the first place, that for me is rule number one.
Okay,
that's in its past administration. And I keep saying this, in this administration, let me not jump ahead of myself, but I dare say that perhaps less licenses might be issued, or perhaps no license might be issued at all.
So what happens to